WJCL 22 Morning News starts now.
Good morning, everybody. It is right now 6:30. It is Friday, May 25th. I'm Chris Tatum.
And I'm Riley Miller in for Nicole Baker this morning. We begin with breaking news. Several lanes of Interstate 16 are closed in Savannah after two separate crashes.
It's near the Dean Forest Road exit, and WJCL Stephen Moody, as you see there, is on scene with what we know so far. Good morning, Stephen.
That's right. We've made our way to a safer location here near I-16 East and West. We actually can show you now that other accident scene here on I-16 East. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is a cop car there with significant damage to it. They have that entire lane blocked, and they're directing traffic here on the Dean Forest Road as well. So, but if you look here on the other side as well, I-16 West, both lanes are open. Now, that is one of three accidents that we've heard this morning. The first one happened on Dean Forest Road, near Dean Forest Road on I-16 westbound this morning at around 2:30. That involved two vehicles. We're still trying to determine exactly what happened, but we do know that there were serious injuries involved. Now, that second accident is the one that we just showed you right there involving that police car. The third accident happened as well just a few miles away, or just a mile away from this one right here on I-16 East. That happened, it seems like right before 6 o'clock. We're still trying to get details on that as well. But as we continue to gather information, we'll be here on scene all morning. Reporting live in Savannah, Stephen Moody, WJCL 22 News.
Stephen, thank you so much. We are, of course, keeping a close eye on that developing story. Do look for updates both here on air and online as we learn more.
Now let's get a check of the weather. Here is a live look from our Skyview 22 camera from Hotel Tybee. It's calm right now, but yesterday was an active one in our area. Here we have video of a confirmed tornado in Wayne County. The footage was captured by Brooke Broadley. The tornado knocked down several trees, including one onto a truck. It also threw sheet metal into a field. Luckily, no injuries have been reported. And here's Jonathan with our forecast. Jonathan, hopefully today is a little bit calmer.
Yeah, I don't expect the coverage of rain will be as great as it was yesterday. That was the only severe report in our entire area. Just a quick little spin up that we had with winds gusting maybe 80 or 90 miles per hour. And Riley said it right that the best thing out of this did not have any injury reports. And look at the damage that I was seeing. A little bit of sheet metal was blowing off from some buildings. You can see some of the trees that are snapped here in the woods, and also a truck got a damage here because a tree fell on it with those gusty winds that we had yesterday. One good thing is not seeing that this morning. Just a few spotty showers out there as we're kicking off your Friday morning. Notice a few little showers there around Reedsville this morning, but actually that shower is actually completely almost falling apart, and lots of tropical moisture in place across the area today. So I do expect to see more showers and storms today, but indications are that we will probably see the coverage rain a little lower than what we had yesterday. So out the door for work this morning, starting out at 73, we'll begin to quickly warm up close to 80 by 9 o'clock. I do think we'll see a little sunshine as we go throughout the daytime. Now, as for the holiday weekend, I know you may want to make some outdoor activity plans. I think tomorrow by far will be the best day of the weekend because we will see some wet weather moving in on Sunday, and that is due to a potential tropical system developing in the Gulf of Mexico. That tropical system will probably bring us some tropical air and also that rain showers around as we go towards the end of the weekend. I'll let you know exactly how that tropical system may impact your holiday weekend weather. That's all coming up in less than 10 minutes.
Thank you so much. 6:34 right now, and a Savannah high school is actually recalling all its 2018 yearbooks after a picture that involved a racial slur got printed in it. Now, this is that picture that appeared in the Windsor Forest High School yearbook. As you see, we have blurred out both the slur and the face of the student there. Well, school leaders and the yearbook publisher demand students turn in their yearbooks today. The company says it will reissue yearbooks that don't have that picture. And school leaders did send an apology to parents. They say this picture does not represent the school. No word, though, on whether any students or staff might be punished over that picture.
Well, new developments this morning after a Chatham County grand jury clears police officers in the shooting death of Ricky Boyd. Here we have police body cam video of the night of the shooting back in January. Police say they were looking for him in connection to another case. 8 officers opened fire on Boyd. After his death, his family raised questions about the shooting and the police version of events. But the grand jury says the police were justified in that shooting. We're hearing from those representing Boyd's family and the Savannah police. Attorney Will Claiborne, who represents Boyd's family, gave a brief statement. When he talked to us, Claiborne said officials hadn't released evidence to Boyd's family. He also talked about their issues with the investigation and issues with U.S. Marshals not wearing body cameras. Claiborne says there are still questions that need to be answered. And after remaining silent during the investigation, the chief of Savannah Police is speaking out for the first time. Mark Revenue says the department respects the grand jury's findings. He says the department remained quiet on purpose to preserve integrity. The department welcomes the DOJ's review of the case and will fully cooperate.
We believe the evidence shows that our police officers acted professionally and appropriately, and we will continue to honorably and respectfully serve our community.
Claims from Boyd's family's attorney, the grand jury did not find any evidence that Revenue made false statements following that shooting. And we've been following this story since it happened. You can see the latest on this case on our website, WJCL.com.
Well, a Walterville man is recovering from a gunshot wound this morning, and police are still trying to find who shot him. It happened last night at the Cedar Hill Mobile Home Park in Walterville. No word on that man's condition this morning or what might have led to that shooting, but anybody with information should, of course, call Walterville Police. And Savannah State University is looking for a new campus police chief this morning. Former Chief James Barnwell stepped down. He had been on administrative leave since April after 3 women filed complaints against him with the Equal Opportunity Commission. Campus leaders appointed Ulysses Bryant as interim chief while they look for Barnwell's replacement.
Well, new on WJCL, waking up to see an alligator in your yard can be a surprising and frightening find. But a group of researchers in South Carolina is working on a first-of-its-kind study to figure out how they can help humans and alligators live together in a safe way. We know a lot about alligators and how they live in their natural habitats like swamps and rivers.
Alligators are very important parts of the ecosystem. They are just fascinating, interesting animals, long-lived, they have great memories.
But more and more often we're finding these creatures near homes and on golf courses throughout the Palmetto State.
All these gated communities have an alligator population.
Little research has been done on how alligators live in these types of environments. That's why a group of researchers from Clemson University, the Moore's Wildlife Foundation, the South Carolina DNR, and other local biologists are teaming up to figure it out.
It's all new information. Most people have no idea what these alligators do in these habitats.
The research is in its beginning stages now as the team works to tag alligators living in residential areas, a task that isn't so easy.
You get a fish hook, a treble hook, and pull it up to the side of the alligator. It won't penetrate the hive, it allows you to tire them out. They use up the oxygen in the bloodstream and then they get very passive like this animal here is.
Once they have the animal under control, they assess its health, tag its tail with a color and number, and attach a GPS transmitter, all necessary steps to gather important information.
By making sure we know what alligators need and where they're going to hang out, then communities can start designing landscapes so that alligators can have their spaces and those areas are separate from the spaces that humans use.
And they plan to use their findings to benefit both alligators and people.
That's really what this project is about, understanding what alligators need and how to make sure they can have that while still keeping community residents safe.
Good job.
The team says they have tagged a good amount of this alligator population, males, females, adults, and young alligators. And while their research is still in its early stages, they advise those who do come close to one to show common sense and respect toward the animal. Now here's Jonathan.
Just about 20 minutes now before the top of the hour and looking at live radar, seeing just a few spotty showers to kick off your Friday morning, but most spots are dry this morning, so no big problems with that commute. So waking up this morning, sun is now just coming up. Spotty shower first thing, mild and muggy at 7, and we'll see a little sunshine as we go throughout the morning, especially later this morning and as we get closer to the noon hour. Temperature 75 degrees. Now the chances of rain today brought the chances down a little bit from what we had yesterday. I think the coverage will be a little lower also for tomorrow as well, and you notice by far tomorrow will be the best day of the holiday weekend with that rain that will be likely there on Sunday and even into Memorial Day. I'll detail more of your holiday weekend forecast in 3 minutes.
Back to square one, I'm Nicole Killian in Washington with what's next for the U.S. and North Korea now that a high-stakes summit has been called off. What both sides are saying this morning coming up.